loud like me?
I'm going to try to be loud like you.
Okay.
I'm following in your footsteps.
Oh, well, there we go. Then you're going to be loud and rowdy. Okay. Okay. All right.
Hello, Antelope Valley community.
Hello.
My name is Bonita Frisco. I am a transplant and import from Houston, Texas. And I'm out here in the Antelope Valley, and every now and then it occurs to me you're in the desert. But, you know, the rain, wonderful. Well, what I'm here to talk to you about is something that I know will change the lives of people that have lost spouses. But in all, the bottom line is anybody that a loss is a loss. And the reason that this came to my heart actually before I left Houston. And my mission statement is this: Love Causes for Widows is a nonprofit organization. Am I speaking on it? Committed to helping young and elderly widowed women overcome grief after the loss of a spouse. We are dedicated to, we are dedicated to help bring awareness, knowledge, care, networking, empowerment, and community resource to women in need. In 2011, in September 9/11, I lost my spouse, my best friend, my high school sweetheart, of many years. And it's nothing that you're ever really prepared, even though you know that they're sick. Because all of the things that go along with that come to you in stages. The first stage, which was also one of the stages of grief, was anger. Because we had been trying to get a loan modification for our home that we had just built 6 years prior. And I'm thinking, God, you left me in the battle. Now who's going to fight with me? Well, it took me another 2 years. It was 5 years altogether, but it took another 2 years before I finally got that modification by myself. That was just one phase, and there were many phases. Then Christmas came along, and it occurred to me, it's Christmas. How do I get through this? And the bottom line of it all is understanding that there are resources for widows. I had no idea. You know, you have a lot of people around you that are wishing you well, that are giving you condolences, and they're saying anything you need. And for some reason, after a week or two, it's like you hear crickets. It's like, where are all those people that said that I need somebody? You know, and then you start calling and you just can't seem to get anybody. So anyway, all of that whole situation caused me to think, people need people. And the baby boomer era is us. We're here. And that means that we're living a lot longer. And that means that the government at one point is going to say, you know, it's a lot of people that's living on us, and we're wobbly, we're getting wobbly. So I think it's time that people remember the times of old and begin to learn how to take care of one another with what we have. I had a grandmother that she raised chickens, she raised hogs, and all this sort of livestock. What she would do is we would ride out in another part of this is a rural area in Texas, in South Texas, and she would take her eggs from her pullets, her hens, and she would trade them. And these people had milk. And I thought, oh, cool. No money changed hands. I got eggs, you got milk. I need milk, you need eggs. And so they helped one another. And so they were able to live and live well. So what I'm doing is bringing this concept back, that widows learn to take care of widows. Divorcees learn to take care of divorcees. And not just the elderly, but there are young widows as well. And this is what I want to convey. And what I call this, the people that get involved with this, number one, are champions and people of purpose. And I know all of us, before we leave here, we want to have and make sure that we take care of purpose, because that's why we're here. And the biggest thing, purpose, I know in God's economy, is that we take care of one another. There is a principle involved, and it says, give, and it shall be given to you. It's also universal, you know, that when you give, it comes back. So this is the economy that I want to convey, is that we make it our business to start to come outside of ourselves and see what someone else needs. We take what's in our hand, and that's from 2 Kings 4, the widow with a little bit of oil. And in that whole scripture, it's talking about finance, it's talking about the physical need, it's talking about relationship, it's talking about spiritual. All of those things are addressed in that passage, in those passages. And that's what I want to bring out. I'm looking forward to having some other events, and I'm also following in this beautiful lady's footsteps because this is new to me. And this is my first day, actually. So I'm looking for anybody else that's a champion. And I'm looking for anybody else that's an explorer. I'm looking for adventurous people for this journey. And that's pretty much it. I want to make you laugh right quick before I put this mic down. This was my first stab at love causes. I said I wanted to call it Band of Widows. Now you have to be very careful with the word widows. A lot of people don't like to be, thought of as a widow. Because number one, just because you're a widow doesn't mean that everything's over with. It's actually just the beginning of another level of your life to be taken higher, not lower. It says, for those whose spouses are deceased, dying, or seen dead. See, I had to change that. So I thought, no, you don't do that. So I said, it says, or you just want some company. Because you can be very lonesome when you lose a spouse. It says you could be a member, a friend of a member, or walk in, roll in, or drug in at any time. It says we have office holders, CEOs, secretaries, accountants, givers, idea holders, closers, get her done doers, and observers. It says, what do we bring to the table? Wisdom, wit, grit, integrity, honesty, accountability. Caring, sharing, bearing, activity, laughter, fun, bucket list, which is always fun. Sisterhood, assignment to show love and concern. Comedy, are you funny or should you keep your day job? Talents, giftings, can you write, sing, play an instrument, business savvy, negotiator, builder, dreamer, shepherd, leader. We're always open to new ideas. And my question to you all is, which are you? And you've got to know you're one of them. And you all have a purpose. And that's what I want to convey today. That Love Causes for Widows is going to be a nonprofit organization for women who are determined to make a difference in their community. Thank you.
Open up the floor if you have any questions for Ms. Bonita. Anyone have questions? Okay.
Well, I just wanted to remind you that you did have the questionnaire.
I'm sorry, you have a questionnaire that's at the table. What it does is it gives me a feel for how people think openly about this particular organization. And you can answer what you want out of it. And if you don't mind, if you want to add an email, I will make sure that I stay in contact. And if you know widows or if you know anybody that has a loss, just let me know. Because this organization is in the gathering stage. It's pilgrim time. It just started. So you can be a part of that just started. And I promise you it's going to be good. Thank you.
Oh, I do have another question. Just to clarify, is this only for the women? Just because I didn't know we have this.
The only reason I was keeping it with women is because it's new. Trying to define something that's new is a little difficult, and generally you'll have metamorphosis over time. You'll grow, and before you know it, it's house plants and pets and no, I'm just kidding. But I'm pretty sure that the meaning is gonna change.
Okay.
And it's starting out with widows. And we'll see where God takes it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then one more question. Is this like to help them like basically start a new life from
Exactly.
their?
It's meant for them to come out of themselves and realize that it's the beginning. It's a new beginning. It's still a part of the journey. And it's also for those, because a lot of people are already doing things like this.
Mhm.
I had no idea, but there are a lot of resources out there for widows. Now, Lancaster, I don't think there's very much. So that means this is a place to start and to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, in Houston, I found out that that's actually nothing. And I can see why it came to me to get something started. But I can't do this alone. You know, it'd be nice, but I can't. I am a builder, but I'm not an explorer. But I believe that I'm a champion because I'm determined. And I know that it's not all about me. And I know that once I start to give of myself, that I'm going to grow, and that also I'm going to grow financially. It's actually a truth. So that's the answer to this question,
Yes.
I hope.
Yes, you did answer my question.